Hey, hey, beautiful people. Welcome to Kiande's House of Music. Yes, the name has changed, but the love of music remains the same. So come on in and make yourself at home. Today, I'm offering 10 more of my all-time favorite albums. So if you're here for that today, if you enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification button. All right, so let's jump right into it. I have everything that I need. I have this wonderful sweet tea, I have this wonderful music, and most importantly, I have you beautiful people to share this time with. All right, let's do it. So first of all, you guys continuing to take care of yourselves and each other? Yes? Yes. All right, so I love this segment, sharing 10 more of my favorite albums, those albums that have been with me for a long time that I have a special place in my heart for. And I'm just going to give them to you one at a time. All right, so let's jump into the first one. The first one is the solo debut album from singer, songwriter, actress, model Vanity, and it's called Wild Animal. Yes, yes, y'all know Wild Animal. It was released in 1984 on Motown Records. It was released after her departure from the group Vanity 6 and from the Prince camp. You know, I've spoken about Vanity before. I love her. I loved everything about her, and I was excited when this album was released. It had the single Pretty Mess, which was led off the album. Also the singles Mechanical Emotion and Samuel. But there are some other tracks on here that I love just as much, like Wild Animal, the title track. I love that. Not a lot of people, you know, were checking for that or didn't talk about it, but I love that song. And Strap On Robbie Baby, excuse me. Great moments on this album. The album was a mixture of pop, rock, R&B, and funk, and she just mixed it all together and just gave us this debut that I love. But my favorite cut, like most people, is Mechanical Emotion. That groove is just on point with Morris Day on the hook, and it's just a great moment. But I just love this album. I love Vanity, and Wild Animal it is. Here we go. Yes. All right. So next up, we have the debut self-titled album from singer, songwriter, producer, musician Ryan Leslie. Let me show it to you. Yes, y'all know Ryan, right? Yes. This was released in 2009 on Universal. It's a contemporary release with accessibility to R&B, to pop, and to hip hop. And you know, I love Ryan Leslie. I had the chance to see him once in concert back in the day, but I just love his presentation, just how he structures his music. It's lighthearted, it's serious, and it's fun. The album benefited from two singles that were very popular, Diamond Girl and Addiction, but there are some other songs on here that I love just as much, such as Valentine. Love that song. Gibberish, so unique, I love that. Quicksand, Your Fly, and IRINA. Yes. He is a serious businessman when it comes to his music, and I love what he's done with his career. Of course, I would have liked if he would have blown up and gotten bigger, but he has control of his music and his sound, so I love that. But I love this album. Again, self-titled, Ryan Leslie. Here we go. Yes. All right. So next up, we have the self-titled debut album from R&B funk band Breakwater. Let me show this to you. Yes, Breakwater, excuse me. This was released in 1978 on Arista Records. It's you know, it's R&B and funk. You know, there are many R&B funk bands of the time, and even though they didn't explode on the scene, they didn't become a household name, they were well equipped to deliver the goods. And this album was a great album. It had the songs No Limit, Unnecessary Business, You Know I Love You, Work It Out, and That's Not What We Came Here For. Oh, I love that cut. But yeah, it's a great project. They were very cohesive. Their sound was pleasing. It was warm. It was personable, and you know, it's just a great moment. They went on to record a second album. After that, well, it was called Splashdown, I believe. After that, I'm not sure what happened to them, but they did give us two great albums, and this is one of them. So Breakwater. Yes, that's it. All right. Next up, we have the sophomore solo album from vocalist Kenny Lattimore, and it's called From the Soul of Man. Yes, y'all know this, right? Beautiful album. It was released in 1998 on Columbia Records. It was a more mature sound than his debut. His debut was good, but this one took it to another level. It had the single Days Like This, you guys remember that cut? And a collection of mid-tempo songs and ballads, and he sounded so wonderful. It was pretty laid-back album, but was still full of energy, full of thoughtfulness, and full of soul. And he did it for me on this one. The songs Destiny, Trial Separation, and a bold undertaking of Donny Hathaway's I Love You More Than You Ever Know, and the Beatles' While My Guitar Gently Weeps. He really went for it on this, and he just delivered the goods. He really, really did, and I love this project. It's my favorite project from Kenny Lattimore, and that's why it's in this video. So, From the Soul of Man, one more time. Yes, absolutely. All right, what we got next? We have, oh my goodness, gospel legend Reverend James Moore with his album Live with a Mississippi Mass. Let me show you this. Yes. Yes. James Moore, love him. This was released in 1990 on Malaco Records. This album had some classic songs that had the gospel community just losing their minds. We ate it up. When the praises of God go up, the blessings come down. Church choirs were killing themselves delivering that one right there, but it was such an anointed, powerful song. You just connected to it immediately. Other songs such as Yes Lord, Joy, and God Don't Need No Matches were just amazing as well. Now, the combination of the powerhouse vocals of James Moore with the Mississippi Mass Choir, one of the biggest choirs ever, you had to have something special in your hands, and this one is very special. Let me show you one more time. Reverend James Moore, live with the Mississippi Mass Choir. Yes. All right. Next up, we have the self-titled release from vocalist Jaye P. Morgan. Let me show this to you. Yes. Love this album. It was released in 1976 on Kiande Records. It's a mixture of soul, jazz, and pop. It's a very rare album. If you want an original copy, you're going to pay hundreds of dollars for it, but luckily it got a reissue a few years back, which is what this copy is. So I was grateful for that. Her voice is so laid back, it's smooth, it's easy, but you feel it as well. She brought together some stellar musicians and vocalists to deliver this project. It had the songs It's Been So Long, I love that, Closet Man, which is probably my favorite, I Fall in Love Easily, and a version of Earth, Wind & Fire's Can't Hide Love. She does it in her own unique way that fits her voice, and I love this album from beginning to end. I'm so glad they reissued it so I can get a copy of it in my hands, because that $200-300 that I've seen before, yeah, I wasn't ready to do that. But anyway, Jaye P. Morgan. Yes. All right. Next up, we have the sophomore album from vocalist and songwriter Tashan. That's who I've been listening to in this video, and his album On the Horizon. Yes. Y'all remember Tashan? Hope so. This was released in 1989 on OBR and Columbia Records. It's R&B and soul album with a hint, just a hint of New Jack. His voice is in the same vein of like a Christopher Williams, but definitely his own style. The lead song from the album is a song called Black Man, which was a moderate hit for him back in the day. Maybe you guys remember that particular cut. But there are some other songs that were equally impressive. They were socially conscious, they were inspirational, they were family restorative, and they were romantic, right? Songs such as Great Feeling, Keep On Moving, Think About You, and All the Time Lovin' were all great moments. And I love Tashan. I remember when I first bought this album, this was the second album, I got the first one later, but the second album, when I heard Black Man, I was moved, and I ran and bought the CD, and just fell in love with this album, and it has aged well. I played it the other day, and like, this still feels good to me. But he recorded 2 more albums after this, but this one for me is his shining moment. So let me show it one more time. Tashan, On the Horizon. Yes. All right, next up, oh, here we go, is the 10th solo album from Miss Diana Ross, and it is aptly titled The Boss. Here we go. Yes, Y'all know this. Stop playing. Y'all know the boss. It was released in 1979 on Motown Records. And for me, it is a masterpiece. It is my favorite Diana Ross album, without a doubt. It was written and produced by legendary Ashford and Simpson. So how could you go wrong with that? You know, they worked with her before. But this album right here, I absolutely love it. All the songs from beginning to end are just wonderful. But, you know, it had, of course, It's My House. It had The Boss. You know, we know that. All for One, Come On. I Ain't Been Licked. What? I Know One Gets the Prize. Sparkle, I'm in the World. Everything was doing it. Diana was singing from her soul on this album. And the songs were just amazing. So props to the boss Diana and Ashford and Simpson for bringing this wonderful, wonderful collection together. Yes. All right. Next up, we have the sixth album by the Prince of Sophisticated Soul, Mr. Will Downing, and his album Invitation Only. Let me show it. Yes, yes, yes. Invitation Only. This was released in 1997 on Mercury Records. It continues his tradition of merging R&B, jazz, and pop. And, you know, he's recorded a lot of albums, 20 plus, but this one, Invitation Only, is definitely in my top 3 of favorites. It had the songs Island, All About You, Angel, a beautiful version of When Sunny Gets Blue, this beautiful song called Before We Say Goodbye, which brings tears to my eyes, and a version of the Spinners, I Don't Want to Lose You. He really, really, really just immersed himself into this project. You can feel his presence, you can feel his soul, you can feel his spirit, and that voice is just undeniable. It's just magnificent, magnificent. I love Will Downing. But this album, yes, Invitation Only, one more time. All right. All right. That was quick, and down to my last album, and it is the 5th solo album and the breakthrough album from the queen of rock and roll herself, Miss Tina Turner, and it's Private Dancer. Yes, we know and love Private Dancer. It was released in 1984 on Capitol Records. This was the one. This was the one that opened the doors and just busted the doors wide open for Tina. It was raw, it was rocking, it was bold, it was soulful, it was all those things, and we absolutely loved it. It was almost like a greatest hits because everything on here was just we loved it, we knew it. Yeah, I mean, what's love got to do with it? Of course, come on. Better Be Good to Me, Let's Stay Together, yes. So, show some respect, I Can't Stand the Rain, I Might Have Been Queen, and my absolute favorite, Private Dancer. But it's great. We love Tina. God rest your soul. Rest in peace, Tina. We love you. We love you. We will continue to celebrate you. I recently had the chance to see Tina, the musical, at the Smith Center here in Las Vegas. Wonderful, wonderful show. They played great tribute to her. So if you get a chance to see the show, make sure you see it. But that's what I have. One more time, Private Dancer. Yes, we love you. All right, so there are 10 more of my all-time favorite albums. Please leave in the comments what you loved about them, or if you love them, if you know them. Let's have the conversation going. Yes. So remember, though, but when you come to this channel, it's all about music. It's all about love. And until we see each other again, you guys be safe, be easy, take care of yourselves and each other. Much love. Peace.